Okay, my name is Leah Major, and this is my case study for this week, and it is over, which I'm hoping I'm saying this right, Agarwal Automotive. And what I'm going to do, I just separate it through questions, and I'll also show you a little bit of my Excel file as well. This was really interesting to me considering it's outside the US and it's over the fuel industry as well, which I hadn't learned much about, so it was very eye-opening for me as well. Question 1. Given the details of this case, which forecasting approach of the Kahn-Kenneth framework do you think is most appropriate for Agarwal automobiles? What are some other companies that may be better off picking different approaches to the framework? So I did add this, which I'll show you. So I did add this. This is just what is shown in the video and also on the file. So like market penetration, product development, market development, and diversification. For the one that I would choose for this, I would choose market penetration, which I'll go and explain. I would just say, because a time series, I think it's very helpful to see that because they have been around for a while, so you can look at past, present, and it is the fuel industry, so it is already out there, it's existing. So I chose market penetration, but for other companies, I think there's better options than that. So let's look. Market development for startup companies or companies that make negative net profit to see where they're going wrong. As you can see, understand market dynamics and drivers, do some experimental things that would be better in startup companies, or they might be small, existing, has some history, but in the market they don't have a lot. Product development for bringing out a similar product that is already out there. For example, I thought of like a sports brand comparing themselves to Nike or Adidas because they're existing in the market, but they don't have much history on the product. And then diversification for bringing out a risky product or business plan. Example, companies that go on Shark Tank. For example, whenever they go on that show, they want to make the panel understand their uncertainties and factors just to diversify themselves from people that they hear about every day. Question 2. Which time series forecasting model would you choose to make predictions regarding each type of fuel? Justify your choice by performing comprehensive calculations using several methods and ultimately selection. Clearly explain your thought process as you select the most appropriate model for each type of fuel. So for the first one, I did choose moving average, which I'm going to go over to my Excel file, hoping that you can see this. Okay, so for here, I chose moving average for this one. This is because, as you can see, you want the lowest number, and this consistently has all 11s here. Whenever, if you go here, they have some but not much. It goes up there. This one was just not a good one for this one. Like if you look, their errors are higher than majority of the other ones. And then same with this one over here. Like that's very high considering what this one was, for example. So, and then for diesel, I chose the exponential smoothing, which I'll go here, and then while I'm over there, I'll also show you why I chose HSP exponential smoothing or triple one. So for diesel, I chose this one because the errors are very small compared to others, and here they're having smaller numbers when compared to here. Like 27. You don't see 27 at all on that page. Oh, you do at the very end, but not very much. And then for the third one, This is the one where let me look. This is the one where we use the rapid miner, I believe, which gave you basically the best optimal solution for this one. So I would say this one's the most accurate when it comes to HSP. And also, if you wanted to use this one, their error is so small here compared to diesel and petrol. So that was kind of my thought process on that one, just by looking at my Excel file. I think they all could work in the same, but also for HSP, it was one of the highest ones. So for anything, which you can see, let's look at my forecast summary. So like for example, very high for a moving average. Not as high here or here. Very low. And also I want to, the higher you go in number, the higher all of these are for moving average. But then again, this one kind of fluctuates, so I knew that moving average wouldn't be the best for them. So that was my thought process. And then question 3, what other factors beyond numbers forecasted by the selected model should they consider when making decisions regarding its future? Please identify and discuss short-term and long-term factors. In what situations would you give these factors priority over the exact numbers? I did want to quote whenever our professor said forecasts are not actual data, they're not everything. We can predict stuff, doesn't mean that it's accurate, in my opinion. For short-term factors, assess inventory levels for different seasons in the business world, which if done incorrectly could be a long-term risk if they keep too little or too much of one of their 3 products. So just making sure they have the correct amount of inventory. Because if they don't have that, then what are the numbers going to do? And then for long-term factors, competition, rising customer expectations, even in the case study, he said that was 2 of his number 1 concerns. Make sure they're making the right decisions to compete with the companies coming in, trying to beat them out, as well as satisfy more customers each year. If they don't have repeat business coming back, again, if you're going to go out of business, the numbers aren't gonna matter at the end of the day. Situations when to do this: when more competition is moving in with better advantages, or when their profits begin declining. Obviously, you need to be looking at stuff other than just the numbers. So that was my case study for this week, and I'm interested in our next one. Thank you.